So we'll begin lying on our backs with the knees bent and the feet on the ground. Welcome. And as always, to use these first few minutes of our time together to just really land. So what can be helpful is to sensitize to your environment. Simply aware of the space around you. Sense the coolness or warmth of the air surrounding you. Aware of any scents within your environment. What do you smell? And then feeling the touch of your back body on your mat, on the floor. And trying to sense the entire plane of contact where your body touches your mat. And once you've noticed all of the places where the body is making contact with the mat, see if you can also notice any parts of the body that do not touch the floor in this position. Maybe the curve of the neck or the curve of the lower back, or the back of the knees. So just noticing the places where you're making contact with the ground, as well as those places where you're not feeling any contact. And then notice if there are any little movements or adjustments that you can make to help the body feel more comfortable and at ease. If the knees are bent, feet on the floor, you might allow the knees to fall into one another. And widen the feet as much as you'd like to make this knee touching position, tent position, more comfortable. And once you've made all the desired adjustments to the body, I welcome you to take a long, deep, full inhaling breath. And as you exhale, feel or imagine the weight of your body sinking into the earth. A sense of being held, a sense of support rising up from beneath you. A sense of being held, a sense of support rising up from beneath you. And see how much you can release into that support. And as you welcome the body to continue this process of settling, please begin to sensitize to your breath. And here we try to capture a glimpse of the breath without changing or controlling it in any way. Noticing if the breath feels shallow or deep. Noticing if the flow of breath feels rough or smooth. And then see if you can notice whether or not there's a very brief pause following inhale and also following exhale. And if there is not a pause, would it feel comfortable for you to include one? So this would look like taking a full inhale, retaining very briefly, like a period at the end of a sentence, and then exhaling and placing the period there, short pause, following the exhale. And if this is comfortable for you, I'd like you to continue to experiment with it as you now begin the process of deepening the breath. Each inhale allowed to be a little deeper than the one before it. And each exhale is complete without ever forcing the breath in any way. And as you explore these pauses and the deepening of the breath, invite the breath to pass through the region of the heart. On inhale and on exhale. Letting the breath flow through the region of the heart. On inhale and on exhale. And stay connected with this process of moving the breath through the heart, including the brief pause. As I share a reading from a teacher that goes by Muji. Live in your heart. Live in your heart rather than in your head. When your mind is seated in your heart, it's like the wind behind your back, blowing you in the right direction. Other beings will come at precisely the right time to take you in the new direction. When you live in your heart, not only does your life become wind assisted, but you will discover how miraculous this existence is. Be perpetually amazed. Take nothing for granted, because everything in this life is incredible. Stay with the breath process. We'll add an arm movement to it, which means we pause the movement at the end of the inhale while we pause the breath. And we'll pause the movement at the end of the exhale while pausing the breath. Simple movement, arms begin at the sides of the body, palms down. And as you inhale, use the full length of that inhale to raise the arms up and overhead, or even just halfway up if shoulders won't tolerate the overhead. Pause a moment, and then the exhale begins and the arms make their journey back down to the sides of the body. When the breath is complete and the arms land, pause a moment. And then continue at your own pace. Comfortably full inhale, pause. Complete and emptying exhale and pause. 3 more times on your own. No need to rush, but once you're done, let the arms just rest at the sides of your body. If the knees are together and the feet are wider than the hips, walk the feet back in so the center of the heels point to the center of the buttocks. And there's a little space between the knees. And here, as you exhale, draw the right knee in toward the chest, pull it in close. And let the arms stretch out as you inhale and push the knee away. So we're never releasing the knee. And we're just using the hands to pull the knee in on exhale and push the knee away on inhale. Exhale, knee pulls in, right knee only. Inhale, push it away. And 3 more times. My instructions run a little behind or ahead. Just stay at your pace. The last time you pull the knee in, hold it close. Find that sense of not too much, not too little. And as you hold the knee in, find your right foot, right ankle, and circle the foot. Go 3 times in one direction. And then reverse for 3. And when that movement's done, settle the foot in a relaxed position. And on inhale, flex the foot, drawing the toes toward the knee. And exhale, point the toes. Inhale, draw the toes in, dorsiflex. Exhale, point the toes. And 2 more times, your pace. Feeling the movement. And when you complete it, relax the foot. Take your hands, interlace them underneath the knee. And on inhale, flex the foot again, push up through the heel, straighten the leg into the sky. And as you exhale, bend the knee, relax your ankle and foot. Inhale, flex the foot, extend the leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, relax the foot. 3 more times at your pace. Maybe that short pause still exists following inhale and exhale. Now, the very last time, and if I missed you, you can simply come back in. Last time the leg is up, hold it up, push through the heel. And the leg is as straight as the body will welcome. And if desired this morning with a straight leg, draw the leg in a little closer. And if that just feels too much, back away. Keep pushing through the heel, breathing. And stay with it for 4 breaths. And stay for 3. Give it 2 more. When you're done, bend the knee and draw circles with the knee. Hands can stay behind the leg and draw 3 circles in one direction before reversing for 3 more. And when your circles are done, bring the leg to stillness and take your right ankle and place it on the left thigh and push the right knee away. So you're not crossing at the knee, it's just the ankle resting on the thigh. And then we bring the left knee in toward the chest, hands come around the left leg. So the right hand weaves between the legs and the hands are around the thigh or shin. Please flex both feet. This helps to protect the knee joint. And as you exhale, you're gently drawing the leg in. And then sensation deep in the buttock is typically the piriformis muscle. So say good morning to your piriformis. It's helpful for the spine to keep the low back, the sacrum grounded here instead of letting it lift. Nose to sky, jaw relaxed. And we bring a sense of curiosity and wonder into the body. What's happening here? What happens if I consciously try to relax the gluteal muscles, the buttocks? Is it possible to soften the belly as you hold? Softening the jaw can send a sense of ease all the way down the spine. And we come back to breath for 4 more breaths, inhaling and exhaling, 3 more. Now, when you're done, I'm going to ask you to release the left leg, bring left foot to the floor, take the right leg to the sky again, push up through the right heel, and then bring just the right hand behind the right thigh before you bend the knee. So right hand ends up underneath the knee. Place your left hand on the top of the left hip. Anchor the left side of the pelvis to the ground. And as you exhale, open the right knee out to the right. And inhale, raise the right knee. And exhale, open the knee out to the right. Inhale, knee to sky. And one last time, exhale, open the knee out to the right. As you hold here, choice A is to keep the knee bent. Choice B would be to flex the foot, straighten the leg. You know your body, choose what's best. And stay for 4 breaths. And stay for 3. Give it 2 more breaths. When done, let the knee bend. Point the knee to the sky. And release the right foot to the ground. Let both arms rest at the side body for a moment. Nose points to sky. Pelvic tilts. Exhale, navel to spine, lower back flattening toward ground. Inhale, belly expands, your back arches away from the earth. Exhale, flatten. Inhale, arch. And 2 more times with breath. When done, let the spine rest neutral and prepare to bring that left knee into chest, hands interlace around the leg. We'll take a little while here just to draw the leg in. Keep the sacrum, lower back on the floor. And come back to that sense of following the breath. From here, take the hands, interlace them underneath the knee, Actually, I apologize. Before doing that, take the hands around the knee again. And as you exhale, pull the knee in, and as you inhale, push it away. And exhale, draw it in. Inhale, push it away. And 3 more times following your breath. And the last time you draw the knee in, take the hands and interlace them under the knee. And on the inhale, flex the foot, press the heel to the sky, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee, let the foot and ankle relax. Inhale, flex the left foot, heel to sky, straight leg. Exhale, bend knee, relax ankle and foot. 3 more times, your pace. The last time the leg goes up into the sky, hold it there, pressing up through the heel. Leg is either perpendicular to the ground, or if it feels right this morning, draw the leg in a little deeper. Keep reaching out through the heel. Leg is as straight as the body welcomes. And let's hold for 4 breaths. Count 3. When your breaths are done, to please allow the knee to bend, hands around the leg in a comfortable way. And here we start to circle the ankle, and we circle 3 times in one direction. And then we reverse for 3. And when circles are done, we still the foot, and then we point the foot, point the toes, flex the foot, draw toes toward knee, and point the toes, and flex the foot, and point the toes, and flex the foot, then relax the foot, hug the knee in, and from here we'll place left ankle on right thigh, push the left knee away, and as you draw the right knee into the chest, push the left knee a little open, both feet flexed, and wait for an exhale and seek a stretch that's neither too much nor too little. Let your lower back melt to the ground. Try to soften or relax the buttocks and bring ease into the belly. Comfortably full breaths. Remaining here for 4 more. Take your time. When your 4 breaths are done, release the right foot to the ground. Extend the left leg back up into the sky, lower back firm on the floor. Left hand only comes around the back of the leg, bend the knee onto the hand. Right hand anchors the right hip, right side of the pelvis. And as you exhale, left knee opens to the left. And as you inhale, left knee points to the sky. Exhale, knee opens. Inhale, knee points up. 2 more times. The last time the knee opens, that's your hold. And again, you can hold here with bent knee or straight leg. Face and jaw relaxed, full breaths. Let's stay for 4 breaths. When your 4 breaths are done, point the knee to the sky. And eventually take the left foot to the ground. Both feet are on the ground, both knees bent, arms at side. Exhale, navel to spine, lower back flattening. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, navel to spine, flattening into the floor. Inhale, arch. And last time, flatten and arch, and then release. Please widen the feet toward the edge of your mat. And on exhale, knees both lower to the right, Z position. Inhale, knees come up. And exhale, knees to the other side. And just follow the knees side to side. Synchronize with breath. We're not going to hold, so let's go one more time to each side. And when done with that movement, knees to sky, walk the feet back to hip width, straighten one leg and then the other. And once the legs are straight, reach both arms up and overhead. And imagine for a moment being pulled by your right wrist and ankle traction. Reach, feel. Take a deep in breath. With an out breath and a sigh, just let it go. And same on the left side. Flex the foot, push through the heel, being pulled by left wrist, left ankle. Grow long, reach, feel, breathe. When ready, deep inhale. Exhale, let it all go with a sigh. Feel free to move the arms back to the side body, or if you prefer, onto the belly. And we'll take 3 comfortably deep breaths here. Feel the body fill on the in-breath, let the body empty on the out-breath. When those breaths are complete, I'm going to ask you to roll over onto your side. Draw the knees in close, resting in a fetal position on your side. Just a short rest as we prepare to rise to seated first and then to table. So when you're ready, press up to seated. Take a moment to let your blood pressure balance and eventually move yourself right into table pose. Wrists a little forward of the shoulders, fingers wide. You might even tent the hands a little as if you were trying to lift the center of the palms up off the floor and distribute that weight into the fingers to just see how that feels. And then cat-cow movement, starting with the tailbone. Exhale, tail curls under, mid-back rises, and eventually the head lowers. And inhale, lead with the tail, tail rises, belly and chest sink, shoulders draw back, head rises. And we repeat, exhale, cat pose. Leading with the tailbone, slow sequential movement. And one more set with the breath, exhaling cat. Inhaling cow. I'm going to ask you to hold the last cow. So if I missed you, come back. And as you're holding cow, walk the left hand forward just as far as you can without losing ground. Right hand forward. Keep the tail lifted and push the buttocks a few inches back and start to drop the chest through the shoulders. Puppy stretch. Fingers spread wide. If this is problematic for the shoulders, bend the elbows. And welcome attention to rest in the back body for 3 breaths. Feeling the movement of the back lungs and ribs. And when those 3 breaths are done, exhale, send the buttocks all the way back to the heels, child pose. 3 more breaths in child. And when those breaths are done, rise again to table pose, adjusting the wrists slightly forward of the shoulders. Find your right foot and wag the right foot off the right side of the mat. So knee stays put, you wag the right foot off the mat and straighten the left leg with your left heel on the edge of the mat and sink into the right hand, raise the left arm up. So we're doing a side balance pose here. Find the top of the left hip, the part that's facing the sky, and think about pushing that part of the hip up, arm rises up. And hold here, firm the tummy, find that sense of stability, that sense of balance for 3 more breaths, best you are able. And stay 2. When you're done, lower the left hand to the floor, left knee to the floor. Sink back to child very briefly. And then when you're ready, coming out of child, and we'll take the same pose other side. So the left foot wags off the side of the mat. Right leg is straightened with the heel on the side of the mat. Sink weight into left hand, raise the right arm to the sky. Pressing up through the top of that right hip. Stretch, reach, hold, breathe. And stay for 3. And stay for 2. Give it another breath. When you're done, bring the hand to the mat. Once the hand is to the mat, let's inhale. And as you exhale, bend the elbows, lower the chest and chin to the floor, straighten the legs, come on to the belly. Hands move under the shoulders. Inhale, no weight in the hands, let the head float up. Exhale, lower the head. Inhale, head floats up. Feel the engagement of the back body. Exhale, forehead to ground. And one more time, inhale, lift the head. Honest cobra. You can even float the hands off the ground and stay for 3 breaths. Deep, full inhale, empty on exhale. When your 3 breaths are done, bring it down. And once you're down, pause there. And option A is to press up to table to child. Option B is to inhale to up dog and exhale to child. So either one, inhale table, exhale child, or inhale up dog, exhale child. 2 breaths in child pose here. When done, inhale, come again to table. And on exhale, curl the toes, lift back into down dog. Let's begin with bent knees. Lift and draw the tail back. Keep right knee bent, lower left heel toward the floor. Hold it, feel it. Bend the left knee, right heel to the ground. Hold it, feel it. Rise onto all 10 toes, reach back through both heels, hold and breathe. We're going to give it 2 more breaths. Again, I offer options this morning. Table to right foot forward lunge or right foot forward from downward dog. So choose whatever is best for you and land with the right foot forward between the hands. If it's difficult for you to reach the mat, grab your blocks and place your blocks underneath your hand. Walk your right foot a little forward of your knee. And as you exhale, sink into your lunge. So we're letting the legs scissor open a little. Inhale back out. Exhale, deep lunge. Inhale back out. Now last time, deep lunge, as you hold your lunge, make sure that right ankle is below the knee. So you want to adjust the foot as you need to. The left knee is on the floor. All right, right foot's forward. Find the right hand and reach the right arm back. Lift it to the sky, finding a twist. And let's stay together for 3. Nice, everyone. Stay with it for 2. Give it 1 more breath. When done, arm comes down. 2 options again. Step back to table or step back to downward dog. If you're in down dog, take a breath or 2 there before bringing yourself to table pose. From table, the left foot comes forward, or from down dog, the left foot comes forward, ankle walks a little forward of the knee. So the leg isn't, the lower leg's not like a flagpole, it's at a slight angle. So when we exhale, we bend the knee over the ankle, we sink into the lunge. And then we inhale back out of the lunge. And exhale, come into the lunge. Inhale back out of the lunge. And last time, bend the knee over the ankle, hold here, getting ready for the twist. Left foot forward, left arm reaches behind and up. Gazes forward or up. So we're in a nice lunge as we explore the twist. And let's stay here together for 3 more breaths. And stay for 2. Give it another breath. When done, hand to mat. From here, either down dog to table or directly left foot back to table. On the exhale, cat pose. On inhale, cow pose. And then spine adjusts to neutral. Toes curl under. Reach back into down dog. Take 3 breaths in your down dog. And when your breaths are done, please walk the feet toward the hands, come to ragdoll pose. Create a nice bend in the knees, let the upper body be heavy. And on your inhale, arms like wings, let's sweep it all up, stretch up, reach up, look up. Palms come together, hands float to heart. And we stop a moment. Pausing. Checking in. And in this moment, find yourself living from your heart. As ready, eyes can open, arms release. I welcome everyone to face the long edge of their mat and to step your feet open into a nice wide standing straddle. Spinning the right heel to turn to point to the arch of the left. You can look down and check that you could draw a line from the right heel to the left arch. Arms to T position, shoulders soft. Remember, hands on hips is another option here. Let's look to the right. Warrior 2, exhale, bend the right knee to align over the ankle. And inhale, please straighten your leg. And exhale, knee comes over ankle. Inhale, straighten the leg. And last time, bend the knee over the ankle, ground here through all 4 points of the feet, hug leg muscles to bone. Smile, find breath. And let's hold together for 4 breaths. And stay for 3. Give it 2 more breaths. When done, let your right leg straighten, release your arms, and find your right index finger and thumb, slide it up your thigh into your right hip crease. Place the left hand on the left hip. Imagine that there's a stick of bamboo tied along your spine. And this is going to keep you from bending the spine. So it's going to be a pretty rigid upper body, but the pelvis is free, and that's where we want to work the movement. So sink your hand into that right hip crease and imagine spilling your pelvic bowl over to the right. And as you inhale, level that bowl. And exhale, pelvic bowl spills to the right. Inhale, level the bowl. And one last time, please spill the pelvis to the right, firm the tummy, keep your right hand in that hip crease and take the left arm to the sky. Let your gaze look forward or upward. And if you feel steady here and want to release the hand, that is fine. But remember that stick of bamboo keeping the spine pretty rigid. And stay for 3 breaths. And 2. Holding on another breath. When done, pull up to 5-pointed star position. Spin the toes forward in 5-pointed star, soften the shoulders down, palms down. And we find that sense of ground through the feet. The upward sense of buoyancy, like your upper body's filled with helium. Upper body rising, drifting to the sky. Find that sense of balance between effort and ease for 3 more breaths. When your breaths are done, allow the exhale to take the arms down. And once the arms are down, inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders circle back and down with a sigh. And then again, inhale up. Exhale, back and down with a sigh. Let the shoulders settle down. Spin now the left heel to point to the right arch, right toes turn in towards center a little bit. Left index finger and thumb in the hip crease, right hand on the hip. And as you exhale, bend the left knee over the ankle. I'm putting my 2 poses backward here, but we're good. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, knee over ankle. 2 more times. Follow the breath, bending and straightening. Now the last time you bend the knee over the ankle, that's where we'll hold, ground the feet, engage the legs. Hands either remain on hips or arms come to T, shoulders are soft, and our gaze is over that left middle finger. And we try to sense what it would feel like to embody the courage and strength it takes to live from the heart. To come into that level of faith and trust and surrender. Full breaths for 3 more. And stay 2. When you're done, inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, arms down. We are going to take that left index finger and thumb back into the left hip crease, right hand on hip. Strap on the bamboo, keeping the spine rigid, finding movement here in the pelvis. So as you exhale, sink the left hand in and spill the pelvic bowl left. Inhale, bring that pelvic bowl upright. So only to the left here. Exhale, spill left. Inhale, upright. And 2 more times, feeling that movement. And the last time you come in, hold here, long spine, firm tummy, left hand remaining in the hip socket for now, right onto sky. And some of you might choose to stay here, others might prefer to release the arm. Find what feels best for you this morning. Keep that right rib cage open and rolled back slightly for 3 more breaths. Deep inhale, full exhale, stay 2 more breaths. When you're done, please pull back up into 5-pointed star. This time, adjust the feet so your stance is just a little bit narrower with heels in, toes out for goddess. Turn the palms of the hands to the sky. Even inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend both knees, bring the elbows toward the waist, palms up. Inhale, straight legs, arms up. Exhale, squat, elbows to your side. 3 more, nice and slow with your breath. Feel that rhythmic connection between breath and movement. Move from the heart, from the body, not the head. Next time for many, last time you come in, that's where we'll start the hold. You want to adjust however you need to, soft shoulders, buoyant heart. Full deep breaths. When your mind is seated in your heart, it's like the wind behind your back, blowing you in the right direction. When the mind is seated in the heart. 3 more breaths. When done, ease out. Release the arms. Heel toe the feet back together. And march it out a little, soften. And bring yourself to a place for balance. So either on your mat or on a firmer surface like a hardwood floor, whatever works best for you. And we'll start with the feet at hip width, shoulders soft. And what we'll do this morning is take a small step forward with the right foot. Bring the hands onto the hips. And I'm going to ask you to shift your weight over the right leg. The left leg's a little behind. And this time the bamboo straps all the way down from the spine onto the left leg. So we don't want to break the bamboo, but we start to shift weight forward, hinging from the hips. Straight piece of bamboo from the left heel to the top of the head. And all the movements coming from the right hip. And you go only as far as you can without breaking the bamboo. It might be an inch, it might be parallel to the ground. Don't worry about how far, work the balance. Walls are legal, chairs are legal. Full deep breaths for 3 more. Deep inhale, full exhale, stay 2 more. Whenever you are done, to ease out of the pose, let it go in whatever way feels good, maybe a march, maybe a little twist. And eventually land once again solid on both feet. And we'll begin the process on the opposite leg. So this time, left foot a little forward. Weight shifts over left. We imagine strapping the bamboo onto the right leg, running up to the crown of the head. Hands can be on hips. And you work the balance. So if toes down is the place you feel safest and most stable, you might hang there. or you might hinge a little forward and start to work an inch or so away from the floor. So the key is to find where you can safely balance and breathe. So balance isn't good without breath. So keep that breath flowing, stay with it for 3 more breaths. Best you are able, stay 2. Give it 1 more breath. When done, nice work. Ease out, let it go, maybe march, maybe twist, maybe a little bit of each. And as you feel done, please step up to the front of your mat as we prepare to transition to the floor. Hands come to the heart. Let's do a full salute followed by the transition to the floor. So first, inhale, sweep up, stretch up, look up. Soften knees, hinge from hips, swan dive, spill forward. Hands on shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt over the thighs. Go around the feet, arms like wings. Inhale, pick it all the way up, adding a slight back bend here. And then release it down, hands to heart. Pause a moment. Center your attention in the heart. Let the mind drop down to the heart. Feel the heart, feel the ground beneath you. Feel them both together. And let's take it to the ground. Inhale, sweep tall, stretch up, look up. Soft knees, swan dive, bring it all the way down. Hands on shins, inhale, find your halfway lift. And now bend the knees enough to get the hands to the floor. Step it back to table or plank, your choice. In plank, you might hold 3 to 5 breaths. Those of us in table, sink back to child. Those of you who are in plank after your breaths, knees to mat, buttocks to heels. Resting, breathing, relaxing into your child pose. And then as you're ready to make your way onto your back, and as you do, we'll eventually be getting to legs up. So if you want to situate yourself closer to a wall, or you want to grab a strap so you can hold your legs up, or you want to do a supported half shoulder stand with a block underneath your lower back, you just have whatever you need to be available to you. So we'll begin on our backs with the knees bent, feet on the floor. Arms close to the side body, palms down. See if you can tuck the shoulder blades under a little bit more. Really feel the contact of the shoulder blades on the ground. And on the inhale, pressing into the feet, reaching out through the knees, let the spine lift as high as feels comfortable. And as you exhale, gently lay your spine back down. We're going to move in and out 4 times. So in breath, raise the spine. Exhale, release it out. 2 more times. Your pace. The last one we will hold. And the hold can be done with arms at your side or arms overhead. Or if you like the variation where you interlace the hands beneath you, rolling the shoulders under even more deeply, you work that one. So you choose. Full deep breaths for 4. Pressing into the feet, reaching out through the knees, stay 3. Give it 2 more. When you're done, feel every motion every vertebra as it touches your mat. Once it's down, watch the tendency to go right to a counter pose and take a moment to rest instead. We'll get that counter pose in. But let the muscles soften before asking them to do the exact opposite. And once you've softened, bring one knee and then the other to chest. Wrap the arms around, hug the knees in. And maybe a little knee circles or just rocking side to side or a combination. Nice and slow, very intentional. If there's a tender spot, might give it a little extra attention here. And then bring hands around the right knee only and stretch the left leg up in the sky. And we're going to hold this. Right knee drawing in, left heel pressing to the sky. Nice full breaths for 4. When you're done, bend the left knee, hug both knees for a moment. And after hugging both knees, hold on to the left knee only, flex the right foot heel to sky, lower back, fixed on the ground, pushing through the heel and also pulling the left knee in. Full deep breaths. Right foot is really active. Right leg is really active. The arms are really active, pulling the knee in. Hanging on, 3 more breaths. When done, hang on to the left knee, bring the right knee in too, holding both knees. Take a moment to pause. So we're going to go to our legs up position. If there's a wall nearby and you'd like to put your legs up the wall, do that. Other options would be to bring the feet to the floor. Place a block underneath the lower back. And then bring one leg at a time up. Or if you're not using a block or a wall, you keep the back on the ground, flexing both feet, heels to sky. Hands can hook behind the thighs to support the legs, or you can put a strap over the balls of your feet and hold the legs up. So you choose your variation. We are going to hold about 2 full minutes. So find something that works for you. Come back to the breath. Feel the body. Feel the body. Connect body and breath. Feel the body fill with breath as you breathe in. Feel the body empty of breath as you breathe out. Just another minute. Best you can. If you feel uncomfortable, dizzy, lightheaded, anything, let it go. On your next exhale, bend the knees, hug the knees in. If you're on a block, you'll return 1 foot at a time to the ground and then remove the block. And we go to a final twist from here. So take your time. Let the arms open like wings. And as you exhale, knees lay over to the right, head turns to the left. Breathe, soften, and release. Next, inhale, knees and head to center. And eventually, same posture on the other side. Releasing some on every exhale. Three more breaths here. When finished, inhale it all to center. Hug knees to chest in center. And as you're ready to lay out in Shavasana, I'll offer you a little dharana, a little focusing practice. So when we use a focusing practice, we let the body become as relaxed as possible, but we support the mind in remaining alert. So for a moment, I'd like you to sense your brain. And then bring your attention down into the heart. Sense the entire heart space, including the physical heart. And imagine that there is a channel connecting the brain to the heart to the brain. I'd like you to begin to move your attention with the breath from the heart to the brain, from the brain to the heart. Inhaling from brain to heart. Exhaling heart to brain. You move your attention from brain to heart, heart to brain at the pace of the breath. And it's as if you were lighting up the brain every time you land there. And then lighting up the heart every time you land there. Body softening, relaxing, and letting go. Mind alert. Following breath, heart to brain, brain to heart. The mind's nature is to wander. Every time you become alert to a distraction, let it remind you to come back to the breath, moving between the brain and the heart. Over and over, come back. Let your attention drop into the heart. Maybe even placing the hands on the heart. Be permanently amazed. Take nothing for granted, because everything in this life is incredible. Existence itself is a miracle. In your own time, I invite you to make your way up to a comfortable seated posture with your eyes closed. Take a moment to notice how you feel. And maybe even become aware of one or more ways in which you might be able to stay connected to just how incredible life is. Maybe something you could do today to support that connection. With gratitude for this time, I welcome you to bring hands to prayer at the heart. As we close our time chanting Om, drawing in a breath. Om Shanti, 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 peace. May each of you and may all beings everywhere know happiness, peace, and freedom from suffering. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.